Alright everybody, welcome back to the $5 Game Box, our continuing quest to build an awesome collection of video games that started with only one $5 bill. As I left you last episode, I had just gotten home from the G-Sales, and I had taken every single dime out of our game funding wallet, which is right there, to purchase a big lot, $89.50. I actually owe myself $1 because I bought a Dirt Devil, and all the cash I had on me was in the wallet. So we have $1 left. So here's the systems. $89.50 for most of this. This little stack right in here cost me $20 at a previous garage sale. With some good 3DS games. This 3DS has got a huge freaking crack out of it. I don't know if it's operational. There's no charger. Couple good PS1 titles, including a loose disc, Symphony of the Night, which we got for $1, or we got all that for $20. So we spent like $109.50. And what I'm trying to do is, instead of getting all this cleaned and listing it and testing it, I know the local retro video game store, which is closing at the end of the summer, so my town's about to not have a dedicated game store. He is sitting on a game worth about $180, and he wants $180, but he said he'd take premium credit. Now, the systems here, the two N64s, Super Nintendo, maybe even the NES and the Advantage, that would go towards premium credit, although for the two N64s and the Super, there is not one Nintendo AV cable in this whole thing. Got the cords for the NES, got the power supplies for the other three, but no AV cables. That sucks. Also what sucks is the only N64 controller, like dedicated one, is fucked. So he's not going to want that. He may want to try to salvage the stick and rewire it. I don't know how much work he wants to put into that if he's closing his business. I've got a whole sack of N64 controllers, so I can take a couple in there, including two Jungle Green that we've actually bought as part of the $5 game box. So that's no big deal. The games, some are good, some he's not going to take towards this pricier game. Let's take a look. Bubble Bobble, we got Punch-Out, Mario 3, Ninja Gaiden, Link, Metal Mech, Ikari Warriors. There's another Punch-Out down there. Super Nintendo-wise, we have Wario Woods in fucked up shape. Super Off-Road, the Baja. Stunt Race FX. This is actually kind of a pricier game, the Dual Test Drive 2. About an $18 game for some reason. Mario World. Roadrunner Death Valley Rally. Faceball. And Miss Pac-Man. We also have a Mario Paint with a mouse and the mouse pad. We've got two N64 games, 1080 Snowboarding and GoldenEye. Two Super NES controllers, two Nintendo controllers, a PlayStation 1 DualShock for some reason, a Zapper, and the Advantage. So I'm going to try. I may have to dip into the old online funds, which I've done a ton over there. I've taken online funds to buy stuff locally before. I was trying to avoid that. We've sold so much stuff, which I've got to go over later this episode. We've probably sold enough stuff to get over 200, which would put us in the range to get the Gun Knack or the Radiant Silver Gun Gold games. But I don't want to dip into it all, and I don't think I'll have to. That's an Atomic Purple N64. I mean, those two... Gosh, I think just the two N64s, even without the AV cables, I'd hope he gets me close to, halfway there on that pricey game. Super Nintendo would kind of put us over $100 credit, I would hope. The Nintendo, I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see how close this gets us. I may take a couple other things as well, just to I'll kind of keep them out in the car. Like, hold on, let me go grab one more thing. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if any of this I actually need for the collection. I don't think I need anything Nintendo-wise in the collection. I'm going to double check on Joust. Joust is like a $6 game. That Akari Warriors may be in better condition than mine. Super Nintendo wise, I know I don't have that Faceball or that Test Drive, but I'm not really, don't really want to keep any of those titles. I don't need any of the N64 stuff, and I actually have a mouse and a mouse pad for Mario Kart. So I'm gonna go box this up, and we will turn this on at the Retro Video Game Store. Maybe I'll take that Pokemon DSi. I'll say, listen, I can't get it working, but if you can definitely sell it. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to get this game. It is gold game worthy, guys. It's a gold game worthy game. So, alright, I'm going to get this boxed up, maybe clean off some of the cards so they look better when I take them in here in about an hour. If you recall, I ended the last episode just before 11. Took about an hour, hour later, and alright. And the game store opens in an hour. So let me get this all boxed up. There's the box, or the carts, or the tubs it came in. And let's get to the Retro Store. Alright, the Retro Video Game Store is over here. 2 more months, man. He's closing at the end of August. That kind of stinks. Oh well. Full disclosure. God, get that up there a little bit. I am going to have to do $29 out of the online funds, which is fine. I got lots of funds to add from sales we've had over the past couple of weeks. But he wanted premium stuff for this particular game, and I got up to $151 credit in premium, but I had a ton of stuff credit in common stuff. He calls it common, and I still have tubs full back there of common stuff that I need to resell, so we're going to make some cash too. Anyway, with the common credit, I got games I don't have. Dungeon Magic Sword of the Elements. King's Knight, Square, and it's a shooter, although it's not considered good. Alien Syndrome. I didn't have that. And he actually took common credit for this. I was really happy. Darkwing Duck. Adding that to the NES collection. And so I still have like $55 credit left from that store that I got 2 months now to use. However, the premium game, and now this becomes the most expensive, rarest title in my NES collection, Swordmaster. Look at that. Look at that label. Nice. He did have to work some initials. Didn't quite get them all, but he worked pretty hard. Opened it up, cleaned it. It's a nice shape. He wanted $180 for it. I got $151 in credit. We'll do $29 out of the online funds. That's all, like, I guess now last episode. It's earlier today for me. I spent $109 at the garage sales this morning. I got a ton of stuff back there still left. But 2 N64s, the Super Nintendo. He took that loose disc Symphony of the Night, which I own Symphony of the Night, the greatest hits version, but he took that. Bunch of N64 controllers. I think everything I traded him came from the $5 game box. Came from Game Hunting. So, really, I got that for, I mean, you want to go back to the origins of the $5 game box. Buying, selling, flipping, working hard, garage sailing, getting Swordmaster, which as of this moment is the rarest NES game. May not hold that title for long, because like I said, even with $29 taken out of our online funds, we're going to be very, very close to that gun knack. Very, very, I'm leaning towards gun knack over Radiant Silver Gun. So, alright, that's awesome. Get this home and get in a protector right away. So now I'm going to update on the where we're at with online funds, sales. We'll do that. I need to make some money. I need to go by GameStop and get a 3DS charger, because I need one to charge that 3DS and hopefully make, because we're at $1 in the Game Fund wallet. We have $1 to buy stuff, so we need to raise some funds. Got to test this NES. He left me a bunch of games he didn't want to take because he's closing in 2 months. So we got to sell the NES, try to sell that 3DS, and yeah, that's where we're at. It was a great day. I can't believe. And that's, you know what? Give Darkwing Duck a little love too. Mwah. Both games didn't have. All these games I didn't have. It's a good day when you're adding 5 games to your NES collection. Good day. Alright, I am back in the cube, and I'm going to GameStop because they'll give me $11 plus in cash on Mario Kart 7, which I figure we need an influx of cash in the $5 Game Box funding wallet. Also, I've got a person messaging me. This is the third-party controller, N64 controller, that was in that bundle. I just threw it up on Facebook for $10. I got somebody messaging me. I think they're going to meet me while I'm out. So we could have a quick little influx of about $21 cash. That's before we test the NES. That's before we see if that 3DS will work. I'm also going to use some of our GameStop credit for a 3DS charger for that. So maybe we can get that sold. Still have a Wii to sell. It's been a really good day game hunting in the $5 Game Box. Wow. We're going to have some cash. We got one of the greatest, well, not, I don't know, I've never actually played it. A rare NES game. All right, let's get to it. All right, here's what I have left from the big lot that you guys saw last episode, but for me it happened earlier today. I gave every cent I had in my pocket at the time in the $5 Game Box funding wallet, $89.50. So this is what Retro Store wouldn't take. They didn't have one NES game in there that I added to my collection. Of course, we've got the 5 games I got because of this sitting right there, including that beautiful, lovely Swordmaster right there. So, I think I'm going to add a couple of these Super Nintendo titles. The Faceball. I don't think I even have Miss Pac-Man. Woo! So, moment of truth. Going to test the NES. And this thing working or not is a difference between all the NES games and the NES and selling for $75 or putting these NES games up on Facebook for $5 to $10 a pop. So I'm going to hook it up and we will check it out. Moment of truth. Yeah. Yeah, you know how many times I heard this story? It's been in my... Last time I played it, it worked, and it's been in storage for 30 years, and... When in doubt, blow me. Yeah, this thing might be... Yeah. You know, I'm not Reen Bean. I'm not going to sit here and open it up and resolder it. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth my time or stuff. I don't know. Oh well. I kind of figured this was kind of shot. Well, I'll see what I can get for the games. Fiddled with it. I put different AV cables in it. I tried a different power supply. If I can get it going with some consistency, as in I can get all these games to load within like 2 or 3 times. Oh boy. So I'm at our mall over here. This still has an operating Sears, independently owned and operated. I don't think I've been in that Sears for 15 years. Anyway, so I went to the other GameStop yesterday and I bought a power adapter for that 3DS that we got at the garage sales. And as a lark, I tried it on that Pokemon Black DSi that I thought was dead. I'd replaced the battery on it. I was like, oh, something's just wrong with it. Sure enough, it started working. So, it was the power cord on that DSi that wasn't working. So, I went ahead and got another one on clearance for $7.97. I used our GameStop credit that we have in the game funding wallet and got that. And because I've been racking up some purchases and trades lately, I have a lot of power-up reward points. So I redeemed a $15 certificate and picked up SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy on clearance for $24.97 at GameStop. So we'll put that in a $5 game box for $10 on our GameStop credit. Not bad. Hey, there's $70. I sold that NES with 10 games. Awesome. I bought it for $89.50. And I got that Swordmaster and a bunch of other games out of it. Alright, we're back in the money in the $5 game box with the 12 we earned earlier from taking that 3DS game to GameStop. That puts us at $82. Sweet. Alright, time to update the $5 game box game goals. These are big time games we are gunning for in our collection by buying and reselling online through Mercari or eBay, to buy low at the garage sales and the thrift stores and sell high or sell, you know, what they're worth online. Game goals, been talking about Gun Knack, going for that one I think over Radiant Silvergun, but we definitely want Radiant Silvergun. Let's update. So, earlier this episode, I told you about, we were at 100 and like 110 something, had to take $29 out so we can complete our purchase of, what did I do with it? Swordmaster. I've put it away. So, Swordmaster. So we're down to $81.65. Here's all the sales we've made over the past few weeks. Start at the top in blue, $21.32. That was for selling. These are what we get after fees. So any fees charged, any shipping charge. If I had to pay shipping, this is what we earned, like final value, what's in our pocket. So $21.32, that's what we earned after selling the expansion pack that was in the Nintendo 64 an episode or two ago that we bought for $15 with Banjo-Kazooie and Yoshi's Story. I bought a jumper pack online and then sold the Nintendo 64 for like $60 with, I believe it was GoldenEye. No, it was Banjo. No, it was Yoshi's Story. Sold that for $60 and then sold the expansion pack out of it and earned $21.32. Good sale. $8.18 is what we earned after selling that X-Men Tiger Electronics, that old X-Men Tiger from the, I think, 1988. Had it $9.99 plus shipping. Somebody bought that, $8.18. We bought that for $1 at a garage sale. The $2.61, that is a shipping refund from shipping out one of those mini disc players that I bought on a whim at a garage sale for $10. We sold it for $35 plus shipping, and then eBay refunded, said, you paid too much in shipping. Here's $2.61 back. Thank you very much. $7.20, that is for, that charging cable, that PlayStation 4 charging cable, and, I'm sorry, my arms are tired. The PlayStation 4 charging cable and controller, sleeve, bought that for $0.25 at a garage sale in the box. Earned $7.20 when it's all said and done. $18.25, that's for selling Banjo-Tooie out of that lot that we got the expansion pack out of. $18.25 earned on that. $14.90 was for the sale of a Skyward Sword complete that we got for, that came out of that bag of games I got from a customer at work that I bought for $20. We've earned a lot of money from that and kept some good games too. $14.90 on that. $19.80, that's what we earned for selling the Pokemon Leaf Green that we found inside the Game Boy Advance Micro that we bought for $20 at a garage sale. The Game Boy Advance Micro Famicom version, which is worth $170. So we paid $20 for it, almost earned our money back completely just on the Pokemon, adding it to the online funds. $38.39 is what we earned after selling Deadly Premonition, the director's cut on PS3, which was priced for $5 at a garage sale, but in the end I got it for a little bit cheaper because I made a deal on that Pokemon Black DSi, which is sitting right there, and I've got on sale on Mercari right now. So $38.39 on that, pretty good deal. Went to Hawaii, I know that. And finally, $5.90 is what we earned on selling New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. We bought that for $2 at a garage sale. So right now, we have $218.20 in our online funds. Woo! let's just go ahead and do this. I pulled the trigger. I fudged a little bit. The price was $219.99. I had $218.20. We're going to call it good. I don't know if it's going to come by the end of this episode, because I think the pickup recap should be coming up probably next. But damn, to pull the trigger on 2 NES heavy hitters, like back to back, like it's just a couple days ago for me, for Swordmaster, I cannot wait till this comes. And we're starting fresh. Gunning for you, Radiant Silvergun. Alright. Can't wait till that arrives. Alright, here we are. What a couple of episodes. Kind of a two-parter. I was just going so long with so many sales, I'm like, let's split it up. So, let's just get to it. We have a whole lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff you've seen over the past two videos that aren't going to be here because I sold it already to get that heavy hitter. You know what it is. As always, I use pricecharting.com values, and they are accurate as of 9:44 Mountain Daylight Time on June the 18th. Alright, so you just saw that I took our online funds down to 0. That purchase should be arriving just in time for next episode. And we're already going to start it again. Because just earlier today, this sold on Mercari, the Pokemon Black DSi with a charger. Had it up for $60 for a couple days. Had about 20 watchers. And on my lunch break at work today, I said, let me drop it 10%. Just to the 20 people who've watched it. And some dude bought it within 5 minutes. After the fees and all that, I'm earning $48, but I offered free shipping, so the shipping's going to come out of that. I'm going to put it in a nice box. I guess it's probably going to cost me around $7 to $8 to ship. So, you know, we'll see what we earn, but it's going to be around $40 off that DSi. And that's off a lot that we paid $60 on, and we've already sold. We sold that Deadly Premonition out of that lot. So we earned $80 just from selling 2 things, and we put 3 PlayStation 3 games, and they're not here, but 2 sealed DS games into the collection. Before I get into this, I just want to mention that, you know, I didn't start doing this to kind of, you know, show my e-peen, if you will. You know, I'm not sitting here going, oh, check it out, man, woo, cheap, woo. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. And, you know, I'm not giving pricecharting.com values just to go, you know, measure how great deals I got. I mean, I guess that's part of it. But the big reason is twofold. I started the $5 game box because at the time, a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of comments were saying, you know, deals are dead. Resellers that got them, flippers that got them, garage sales are dead, thrift stores are dead, Goodwills are dead. Kind of buy the Goodwills are dead. My Goodwill sucks here. But I was like, all right, I'm going to take a $5 bill. And yeah, I stole the idea from another YouTuber. With his permission, by the way, I private messaged him. Said, take this $5 bill and start a video game collection. His kind of fizzled out, and that's fine because he's not doing as much game hunting. He just put out a video about a week ago that, you know, he's working a lot and he can't yard sale no more. But look, this is season 3. We filled boxes twice. And it all started with a $5 bill. It's buying, selling, flipping. And that's another reason why. That's why I tell you, like, hey, I sold this, and this is how much we earned, and I'm keeping track of it. And I'm keeping track of how many other YouTubers are like, this is how much we have in our Game Fund wallet. Because that's the point. Not only that it's alive and well if you're willing to work a little bit. You know, sometimes I treat this like a job. Sometimes I really don't want to get up on Saturday morning at garage sale 6 a.m. But I'm not going to find a Game Boy Micro. I'm not going to buy enough stuff to flip into a Swordmaster. So that's why I keep track of the funds. To make it, to show that this is a self-sufficient, self-sustaining collection. Now, not my entire collection isn't self-sustaining. I have Juice Daddy pickup videos where I buy funds out of, you know, the money I earn at my job. You'll probably see one in the next few weeks because I bought a couple Switch games and I've got a great game coming as well from leftover funds from other stuff I sold on Mercari outside the $5 game box. I had about $90, so I bought a couple things, including another NES heavy hitter. That's going to be here in about a week or so. But yeah, just... I'm not here just to show up, you know, rare games, expensive games, hard to find games. It's to show game hunting's alive and well, and you can do it self-sustaining. You can buy stuff, you flip it to go buy the stuff you want. That's what we've done. And as you see, I got a big giant pile here. There's a lot of stuff here I'm going to keep that's going to be going in this $5 game box. But we have a lot of stuff here as well that I want that is going to be on Mercari, or I'm going to be listing here on Craigslist pretty soon, or on Facebook Marketplace, or something like that. I want to put this receipt I got it at the garage sales a couple of weeks ago for buying the brownie and lemonade. I've got it sitting here. It's going to adorn the inside of the box. Alright, so let's get started. We'll start here with this DS. This is a $10 pickup. We have a nice little blue and black DS. I cleaned it up a lot. Kid owned, but the screen is just... I mean, you can't ask for too much better than that on an old DS Lite like this. It did not have a stylus, but I had ordered 4 because the Pokemon Black didn't have a stylus either. So I had a little set of 4 and make it like that. Let's see, a Nintendo DS Lite worth $29.35 according to PriceCharting.com. I sold a Nintendo 64 to a guy a couple weeks ago, and he told me he was interested in the DS that plays Game Boy Advance games. I told him I'd be on the lookout. I messaged him. His dog had just gone to he had just taken his dog to the vet and had a big vet bill, so he's broke. I said, listen, I like the guy. I said, I'm thinking of selling it for $25. He's like, what a great deal. Holy cow, I wish I can do it. I'm like, I will wait a couple weeks, you know, to give you a chance to catch up before I list it. And I'll, you know, maybe I'm going to Vegas in a week and a half for a couple of days. So maybe sometime in, you know, early July, I'll be messaging him. Listen, I'm about to list it. Do you want it $25? Yes or no? And I'm hoping by, you know, beginning of the next month, he will want it. So I will hold this for him until then and give him, like, the right of first refusal. It had a box. There's no inserts in the box or instructions. Everything was just kind of stuffed in here. There was another carrying case. It's in the trash right now. It had dog hair and crap all over it. That's one bad thing about doing this, like, game hunting at garage sales and yard sales and whatnot. I'm bringing all this stuff from my apartment, and I'm bringing other people's gunk, pet hair, funk, you know, and I kind of notice it sometimes after a Saturday that, you know, I need to wipe this place down. It's freaking filthy. What else was in there? It's got the charger. It has this worthless fucking DS headset. There's that. I had some games, personal trainer cooking, whatever, and some in this case right here. The only one of note is Nintendogs Best Friends? Yeah, Nintendogs Best Friends. It has a George of the Jungle, another dog pet game, Puppy Love, and Frozen. That Nintendogs game is worth $11.21 loose according to Price Charting. I don't know. I'll throw the cooking thing into the DS. It's like, oh, it's a bonus game, because I actually have it. I keep it in my kitchen in case I ever want to whip out my DS and find a recipe, which has never ever happened. But just in case, one day I'll whip out personal trainer cooking and cook something from my DS. Not a bad $10 find. Where are we going next? Oh, I was going to... we didn't do... Speaking of keeping track of funds that we have in the wallet for game hunting. Our exclusive game hunting funds. I've got 2 GameStop trade credit cards because I forgot to bring one when I took some $5 game box stuff to trade. Now I've got 2 cards. I think there's like $3 on one. I'm not sure how much is on the other. We have some Retro Video Game Store credit in the amount of $58 left over from the big giant trade that you saw earlier this episode. And we have some cash, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, $82. Those $2 bills are stuck together. $82 and I think 50 cents. Yes, indeed. $82.50. I know I'll be spending $20 tomorrow. I got a little deal, a little PlayStation 2 lot that has some loose disc games that are worth almost double the $20. One game in particular is worth over 20, like almost double what the $20 I'll spend. So we'll be starting $5 game box game hunting, probably with that sometime tomorrow, and then eventually our Macari hookup will come with our new Game Goal game. Very excited about that. It's Gun-Nack. I bought Gun-Nack. I bought Gun-Nack for $219.99. I fudged it a little bit. I had $218 something. I basically, you know, fudged it by $1 to jump on it. I cannot wait till it gets here. All right, here was a nice little deal for these 5 titles. I forgot how much I paid. It's been that, well, it's only been like a week, but I forgot how much I paid for this. I want to say it was $20, which is a heck of a deal. We have Dead or Alive Ultimate. I thought these were separate games, but apparently they came in a pack of Dead or Alive Ultimate 1 and 2. So together, they are worth $11.50. I don't have any room in the $5 game box to put some of this stuff. Then we have Dead or Alive 5. I'm not going to do PriceSharing.com values for every game, especially if it's worth under $10. So here's Dead or Alive 5. Then we have Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. By the way, these past 4 games have manuals in them. The discs are perfect. Peter Griffin's Man Boob Mega Sweat Pack of new content available to download. January 8th, 2013. Peter Griffin's Man Boob Mega Sweat Pack. It's like it was made for me. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse on 360 is valued at $14.65. I don't think I own... I think I own Dead or Alive Ultimate 1. I don't think I own anything here. Here's the reason I ran out there, though, to get this. We have The Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon loose disc. Unfortunately, loose disc. Everything else they had was complete and mint except for this. But still, this disc right here is valued at $28.99 disc only. Here is something to resell on Macari or eBay for like 25 bucks and start getting those online funds back up for Radiant Silvergun. All right. That one garage sale, $1 a game, couldn't ask for too much better. Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3 for PS3, which is apparently the multiplayer and the zombie mode only. There's nothing else on the disc for Black Ops 3. These came in a set. I didn't know that either. But Nitro Kart and Crash Twinsanity, they're both part of a set, not for individual sale. They're listed individually on Macari, Crash, let's see. Oh, I didn't list them because they're not worth that much. Anyway, Crash Nitro Kart, Crash Twinsanity. Let's put them in there. Got some loose disc PS1 titles. Rayman Rush. Then we got Crash Bandicoot Greatest Hits, valued at $14.88. And Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back, which is only like an $8 game. But we're definitely going to try to resell Crash Bandicoot and maybe Crash 2 because I think I've got them both. Alright. Speaking of resells, I go to this garage sale, which actually played in later to our big haul of this past couple of weeks. We have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PS2. As you can see, $2. I bought that immediately for $2 because loose disc is worth $17.16. Complete, it's worth $24.23. Just disco and no manual in there, but I may have a manual hiding for it. I'm going to check that big box of manuals I have back in the bedroom. Try to complete it, otherwise try to sell it for like 20 bucks. I know I've sold one before for like $20 to $25. So, gonna flip that. Got a couple of Switch games, which you saw. I used some power-up Elite certificates, or whatever the heck they're called. We got SNK Heroines. You see GameStop has it on clearance. $24.97. I used a $15 certificate to bring this down to pay $10 out of the GameStop credit we're holding on. SNK Heroines we will add to the game box. I'm using my power-up stuff. My Elite Pro status expires here in a week and a half at the end of the month. And because I'm going to Vegas next Thursday, I basically have a week left to use it if I'm going to use it. So, I don't know if I'm going to renew, because Elite Pro is gone. Mine are still offering Pro as of right now. If they're still offering Pro, I may go for it. 20% is better than 10%. So, okay, that's fine. However, if my stores switch to that stupid freaking, we're going to give you a $5 reward certificate every month that you have to use that month, and la-da-da-da-da, not going to happen. I bought this online after trading and all that stuff to GameStop. I went and got Yoshi's Crafted World, which I love the Yoshi games. This one looks amazing. I can't wait to play it. I love the art style. Because of my Elite Pro, it got down to 40-something dollars used. It's 55, then minus my 30%, it's 40, whatever. And then I used CAG 16. Thank you, cheap-ass gamer, because I did it online, took an extra 16% off, got this to like $36, which is a great deal for that. Whew, all right. Moving right along. This was a really good deal. These PS2 titles came on late on a Sunday night, Facebook Marketplace. It's a bunch of trash, basically, and I cherry-picked. They said $2 a game. I cherry-picked. I was the first. It was up for a couple hours before I saw it. How nobody jumped on some of these, I have no idea. Met them. They brought the wrong game. They brought it to me the next night. Allowed me to keep the one that they brought that was wrong. All in all, they were doing $2 a game. I gave them $10 and I got 6 games. So, can't really beat that. Oh! I forgot. That lady who sold me like the Dead or Alive and the Family Guy and the Spyro said, "You want this Spyro keychain?" Damn right I want that Spyro keychain. I don't know why, but I want it. Alright, so most of these games look good. It's just, as I was saying, some of them, anyway, look like they went through a flood. The disc and manual inside looks good. The artwork is crap. Hitman Blood Money. I'm trying to figure out. I swear to God, that looks like Patrick Stewart's signature. I don't know what Patrick Stewart's signature looks like. And then there's another one on the manual. Is that just a dude signing his... And it's on the Kane and Lynch demo disc as well. Huh. Is that just the guy? It's got to be the guy, because Patrick is written in like 5 different spots. And yes, it's on the Hitman disc as well. This dude was claiming his crap. I said, like, why is Patrick Stewart signing Hitman? And how much is it worth now? Reservoir Dogs, you'd think this would be worth more. It's not. This is one of those games that's just in rough, like the outside's in rough shape. I don't know if it's going to come off. Yeah, there you can see some of it. But the inside is A-okay. And some of these games are going towards, like I said, it's a PS2 lot I'm buying tomorrow for $20. I'm going to try to flip it. It's a PS2 Slim. I'm going to try to flip it for double. Having some extra games to throw in, like Reservoir Dogs, which I already own, and Hitman, may help. So will this 50-cent Bulletproof, which I do own. I may not own... Oh, wait, that's not Bulletproof. That's 25 to life inside. Ow! I may not own 25 to Life. I know I own Bulletproof. I have no idea what 25 to Life is worth. I'll have to look it up. Okay. Dead to Rights 2. A game I don't own. Not worth anything. But it is complete. One of the games that caught my eye because I have a manual over here for it. I'm thinking about trying to find a case and disc only on eBay for cheap to kind of complete it and put it in the collection. Cold Winter. It's complete. I own it now. There it is. It's in great shape. Cold Winter is valued at $11. So I'm already got 2 more to go. Manhunt. I own Manhunt. I don't think I have it complete, though. I don't think mine has the manual. Manhunt is worth $14.22. And can't ask for a better condition. Scarface, The World Is Yours. I guess you could. There is the cover's missing on the manual. Oh, well. Disc is in good shape. Complete $16.33 coin price charting. So that is a not bad deal right there. Got some games to flip for sure, and some games will be adding to the collection. I'm gonna have to get out the second box. I got to rearrange this because it's kind of messy right now. But then it'll be second box time by next episode. All right, so let's get into 2 really good finds. It was a really short garage sale Saturday this past week. Because, well, I had I had $109. I spent $20 and I spent $89. And a lot of it you're not going to see because it's already sold. Oh, also I want to mention, you may have noticed that my box copy of Baseball Stars is gone. I took that as part of the big trade. I just started grabbing stuff that I thought would be, that he'd give some good credit for. I'm going to miss having my retro store here in town. I really will. But I don't know. I've never heard of retro stores before saying, if you want like the good games, you got to bring me the good stuff. You know, I watch a lot of the YouTubers taking in boxes and boxes of stuff. They go to the garage sales and walk out with, you know, heavy hitter Saturn titles and heavy hitter, Genesis and NES games. Mine's like, oh, I'll give you common stuff for this. Oh, this one's premium. I'll let you put it towards that. So, all the stuff I took in, I would have been able to get, everything I got and then some. But like I said, I've gotten some great finds from him. I wouldn't have my PC Engine and 9 games if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have a lot of heavy hitter NES games. I wouldn't have my D for Dreamcast. I wouldn't have a whole lot of my Sega Saturn stuff. So, I will miss him, but I'm kind of one of those optimistic guys that one door closes, another one opens, and I'm hoping someone in Bozeman sees the opportunity to continue dealing in old school retro video games around here. So, I'll try to take advantage of him while he's still in business, but I'm not fretting too much that he's leaving town, moving on. I'm glad he is. It sounds like he's moving on with his life, done with this phase. He's going to go get a real job and make some real money now. So I'm very happy for him. And he's been good to me. So I'm not complaining. Don't take that as complaining. I'm just saying. Alright, so anyway. What's left from this deal? I spent $20 and I had like 5 members of the families going through the house trying to find stuff. They brought out just a mishmash of stuff. We have a Crash Tag Team Racing case with a Crash Bandicoot Greatest Hits disc in it. I looked at the disc. There's a couple of heavy scratches that I don't think is going to be worth it. This is the second year in a row I found a Crash Bandicoot disc that I think is toasted. Luxor 3 for the Wii, Scooby-Doo, The Spooky Swamp, and Sport Hero. PlayStation 1 titles, 1. And a PlayStation 2 title, Dark Angel. I don't own either one of those. So that's okay. And we have a really beat up case for Need the Speed the Run for 3DS. There's that. And like I said, they just keep bringing stuff. And part of the PS1 games, I'm sitting there looking through like other stuff, and they're like, oh, if he takes that, he's got to take that manual, that Castlevania manual. So here's the Castlevania Symphony of the Night guide. I had a Castlevania Symphony of the Night disc only. That was part of the big trade. And then they bring out this 3DS in a Nerf case. The Nerf case was beat to crap. It took me forever to get it off, but I did, and I discovered that giant crack. But it's operational. The cameras work, everything. It's going to clean up nicely. I haven't really done it yet. I kind of wiped it down a little bit, but not too much. Cameras work, 3D works, games work. 3DS is probably worth about $57. I may try to sell that for $50 with a couple of these games that were in this case. New Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario 3D Land, Wipeout for DS. Sorry, I'm not going to hold them up. And Mario Kart DS, basically. So there those are. Maybe I'll throw those two 3DS games, $50, $55 here locally. Let's see what happens. All right. Then you saw the big deal, the giant deal for $89. Almost none of it is here anymore. The two N64, all the systems are gone. I sold the NES and a ton of games. You saw that. The only NES games I wound up keeping were basically Ikari Warriors and Punch-Out were upgrades to my collection. So that, I'm keeping Super Mario Bros. Because it is 5-screw, now that it makes too much of a difference value-wise. But I have the 3-screw Super Mario Bros., so there's that. The Super NES titles, just because I couldn't get rid of them. I only know I need one in my collection. Stunt Race FX. This is what I need. I need to clean it up. Faceball 2000. And Roadrunner. Miss Pac-Man. Wario Woods. Off-Road Baja. I don't know what I'm going to do with these Super Nintendo titles. Alright. So I showed you not too long ago in the car. Let's just show you again. Let's get the, Dungeon Magic, King's Knight, and Alien Syndrome. And then I've already got them in some cases, although they're not staying on that well. These things are kind of cheap pieces of crap. Darkwing Duck, which is like a $39 game. I don't know why he was pricing it at $55. Not even that, $32.94 according to price charting, although that seems a little low. But still, that he allowed me to use the common credit on this makes me happy. Because all the premium credit that I got, plus the $29 we had to take out of our online funds to get this for $180. Price charting has it valued about $171. There's Swordmaster. 171's a little low. I looked at eBay, sold. There's only been a couple sold since April, and the only ones that are selling for like less than 100 are Famicom versions. Everything else is going from like 175 up to like 180 something, 186, 187. So nice heavy hitter. It is currently right now the most valuable NES game in Casa de Juice Daddy for about the next 4 or 5 days. And then, yeah, we'll move on. And we'll get that next episode. Alright, it's been a great couple weeks. And while I don't think I've got a, you know what? I'm going to brag a little bit. I was going to say I don't have, the greatest games. Maybe this isn't the best summer for, really great games. But come on. We got the Game Boy Micro. That's awesome. We got the Silent Hill Collection, which I've been looking for. The Tetris Dr. Mario Complete in Box sitting right there. Lunar Silver Star Story. We just need to find Disc 2. So we're kind of on a mission for that. Maybe I'll put that on the old, $5 Game Box game goals. Disc 2 for Lunar. Yeah, and we've sold a ton of great stuff too. A couple N64s. It's been a really awesome summer so far. And we're going to kick off the next episode. What is this? Is this 4 or 5? I think this will be 5. The other one's 4. Anyway, we'll kick off 6 bright and early for me tomorrow. I'm going to go pick up that PS lot. And then garage selling is supposed to be cold and rainy this week. So, in the 50s. I know, late June. It's going to be a high of 53 and raining. Montana. Hopefully it doesn't dampen out the garage sales. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Follow the Instagram. You'll see all this stuff up on my Instagram before I get the videos shot and uploaded. JuiceDaddy5 on Instagram. Take care. I will see each and every one of you soon right here on the $5 Game Box.